You know it's fucked up times in the United States of America when you wake up and you open up your favorite social media app and you see even more people celebrating, cheering, hooting and hollering over the death of Charlie Kirk. And I better not go to anybody's profile that has been exposed for the evil piece of shit that you are, who are doing those things, over here screaming free Palestine as well. Because if you are going to sit here and not condone the mass genocide and violence against innocent women and children and the starving of people and the endless war machine, but you're going to sit here and celebrate somebody who would do that to Charlie Kirk's wife and 2 children, well, that kind of goes over like a lead balloon. You're either for violence or you're not, right? Get your fucking shit together. It is not ironic anymore. It is not a coincidence. And the same people that are over here saying that murder and genocide is wrong, duh. Like, we all know that. We should all be on that same page. Are the same people who are justifying the murder of babies. Just saying. You know, to me, if you're going to have any kind of conviction, if you're going to have any morals, any ethics, any values, if you're going to have anything that you stand by, at least make sure that you're even across the board. Make sure that what applies here that you're saying and screaming and shouting over here applies over here too. Because you can't just pick and choose because it's convenient for you. Pick and choose because you decide you don't fucking like somebody. Pick and choose because this person's politics or their thoughts, feelings, and opinions, emotions don't align with yours. I've said it one time, I will say it 1,000 times. It does not matter how many of the 178,000 English words that Charlie Kirk strung together, or how anybody is taking what he said during a debate out of context and cherry picking itty bitty clips and stringing them together to paint a narrative. It does not matter. Does not matter. Charlie Kirk is not an annihilator. Charlie Kirk didn't take the lives of other people. It doesn't matter if somebody felt or thought that he was transphobic, homophobic, racist. Before you slander, libel, or defame anybody, deceased or alive, if you are going to call them those kinds of things, you better come 100% ready to back that up. I mean, straight up video, unedited, undoctored, not AI, of this person being any of those 3 things. And you know what I'm still going to say, even if I see that, even if I hear somebody straight up say, yes, I am that. Yes, this is how I feel against this race. This is how I feel against this sexual orientation. This is how I feel against this community. It still does not justify or condone another person doing what they did to him. That is the principle. That is the difference. If this was Lily Tino, and nobody likes Lily Tino, I would still feel the same exact way. The fact is, this is not a politician. This is not a congressman. This is not a senator. This is not a governor. This is not the president. This is not somebody who was a politician. That fact is what is unsettling to everybody. Because if it can happen to Charlie Kirk, it can happen to anybody. And it does not justify, reason, or condone a person doing what they did to him. Because now, it's the same thing I've always said about Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Yeah, her mom might have not have been a perfect mom. She might have been a piece of shit. But do you know who else is a piece of shit, self-admitted? Gypsy Rose Blanchard. Yeah, not only has she lied her entire life and still continues to lie now, just like her mom. She drives around recklessly driving 20 miles per hour over the speed limit, going to fucking Austin, Texas, doesn't have her baby strapped in the backseat, going to see the Easter Bunny, isn't buckled, doesn't have the baby buckled appropriately, not only going 20 miles per hour over the speed limit, which is child endangerment and reckless driving, nonetheless, doing 85 in a 65 zone, doing 78 in a 70 zone. But the fact is, she is a convicted murderer. You know who was not? Dee Dee Blanchard was not. The person that decided to take the life of Charlie Kirk now is the worst version of themselves and will never be anything other than a killer. A life taker, a murderer, somebody who committed homicide. And as much as everybody either did or did not like Charlie Kirk, he didn't take people's lives. The one thing that has hit me the hardest and has caused me the greatest deal of anxiety is realizing that people just fucking suck. Good people make bad decisions, bad people make good decisions. But people who choose to take lives are just straight up evil. This is not, I stole a package off of somebody's porch. I stole a pack of gum from the corner store. This is not, I stole my friend's pencil or a simple mistake. You are talking about the ending, the deliberate action and choice of ending somebody's life. But the realization that people who act like they have convictions, act like they have values and morals, really truly do not at all. They're just so good at coming to the internet and convincing everybody that they do. You can be anti-war. You can be free Palestine. You can say that genocide is wrong. War is wrong. That politicians starving people out is wrong. The harming of innocent women and children is wrong. The person that took the life of Charlie Kirk, what did they just do to his wife and 2 children? For somebody to be so blinded by hatred is cowardice. Charlie Kirk spent years opening himself up to debating anybody. His tent literally says, prove me wrong. Anybody could go down there and debate him, wait in line, ask questions. But instead, people are celebrating the fact that a person took it upon themselves to hide behind a weapon, to not even stand on their moral ground, their ethics, their faith, their convictions, their beliefs, their morals, ethics, and values, and to actually face Charlie Kirk one-on-one and debate him and prove him wrong. They took the pussy-ass way out and ran like a little bitch, after having to utilize a weapon to do it for them. The act of taking his life proved him wrong. It doesn't matter if people think this is the America Charlie Kirk wanted and created. No, this is not the America that anybody wanted or created. That's the whole point of political activists. That's the whole point of people talking about this or that, whether it be politics or religion or social issues, social welfare issues. Because this is not the America that anybody wants, that anybody made. My whole entire core was just rocked by all of these events that have been happening. But the thing that has rocked me the most is the fact that people are over here saying that murder is wrong and then justifying it when it comes to an unwanted pregnancy. That people are over here saying that genocide and war is wrong, but they're over here celebrating the assassination of a man. People are over here saying that their values, morals, and beliefs doesn't matter if it aligns with Charlie Kirk's or not. It's okay and justifies what happened to him because they don't like him. That puts everybody at risk, no matter if you're political or not, no matter who you are. Because that rhetoric puts it in the minds of people for sensationalism, for misinformation, to go viral. The next person that just simply doesn't like you or doesn't agree with you has the right to take your life. And that is in every capacity, to the very foundation, what is wrong. You don't have to have sympathy, you don't have to have compassion or empathy for what happened to Charlie Kirk. But you should not justify or condone it, nor should you be celebrating and cheering it. If that's you, you need to take a very hard look in the fucking mirror. Because there's not only something wrong with you here, there's something wrong with you here. And the fact that something so viral and international would make people do that, even for the attention, for the clout, for the clicks, the views. Good luck, because now you're going to be exposed for the douchebag that you are. What has this country come to? Sit and think about that.